Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ask an Action Coach. I am Joseph Muenich from ActionCOACH of Wisconsin. I work in business development, and as always, I am here with Coach Jackie Zach, a certified business and executive coach with ActionCOACH of Wisconsin. Jackie, this week I was talking to a friend who said that she heard reading a book a week is the best way to better yourself. And then we had a long conversation about how daunting that can feel. And so I wondered if we could talk a little bit about some of the best ways to get into the habit of reading more.
That is a great question. Just like our founder, Brad Sugars, talks about, he talks about learn before you earn, right? So this is all about the more, if you want to earn more, you just got to start with learning more. So one of the easiest ways to start the habit is to just pick a book that you want to read and break the chapters up. So if the book is, 250 pages and you want to read every day for 15 minutes, divide that all up, and that's how many pages you read a day. So it's taking the bite of the elephant instead of eating the whole elephant at once, right? Another way to do that, if you are not currently reading, is instead of starting with a book a week, start with a book a month or a book every 2 weeks and work your way up. Because there's nothing harder than to start a habit and then stop, right? Because it gets to be too overwhelming. So pick a book, divide up the chapter or divide up the pages, or read a couple chapters a day. Either one, you just take a little bitty chunk and start there. A lot of people too, what they do is they set aside time to read. So a lot of people set aside mornings to read, or sometimes people read right before they go to bed, or set aside time on the weekends. I know you're one of the people that I know who sets aside time on the weekends to read.
Yeah, it just kind of works out that our Saturdays sort of end up being, I have like this nice couple hour of block, usually in the late morning. And if it's nice out, I love going out on the porch and sitting in the sunshine. And if it's getting colder like it is now, there's a beautiful rocking chair that I like to sit in. And I can usually get an hour and a half in on my Saturdays.
Excellent. So that also leads to the next tip. The next tip is find a special place to read. I mean, you mentioned being outside on the porch or in your special rocking chair. Make it a place you want to go to, some little cozy nook that you can read. And if you don't have that, make sure you're in a comfortable chair so that you can sit, you can concentrate, and get the most out of whatever it is you're reading. So those are a couple of really quick tips. One of the things that I do is I like to pick a different topic. So part of my world revolves around sales, revolves around coaching, revolves around mindset. And so those are the areas that I pick a different topic to read about every single week versus reading about the same topic over and over and over again. And that really helps as well because I can rotate them through. So I know, Joseph, how do you pick the books you're reading?
You know, it's similar to your topic idea. I belong to two different book clubs. One of them meets every other week, and the first time we meet, we talk about the first half of the book, and the second time we meet, we talk about the ending of the book. And that's usually the business book club, which you belong to as well. And the other one is just a once a month book club. And what happens there is that's a topical one as well, but it's off topic from business. It usually ends up that in that last 4 or 5 days before we're going to meet, I pick up the book and I read it real quickly because I want to be able to talk about it with the other group. But also in between each business book, I like picking up a pleasure book and something that I've been wanting to read for a while. So I kind of have 3 topics every month that I try to hit on.
Excellent. So that's definitely another way to do it. And when it comes to accountability and making sure you do it, because it's really, really easy for all of us to say, I'm going to read tomorrow, or I just don't feel like it, or anything like that. Being part of a book club really makes a huge difference, because there's some accountability there, because you're going to go and you're going to discuss it, and you want to make sure that you're prepared. So as Joseph says, I actually am one of the facilitators of our book club, our Action Coach book club, and which forces me to read the book club book so that I can make sure that I'm ready to ask the right questions too. So accountability all the way around is by joining a book club. Right.
If folks are out there and this is resonating with you and you're thinking, I would really benefit from the accountability of having a book club that meets every 2 weeks. If you like the idea of having a certified business coach facilitating a business book club that you are a part of, we would love to have you join our book club. It's $98 a month. You can join it for 1 month. You can do it for 6 months. We also have other business professionals that are in there, people that lead large teams, all the way down to people who are solo entrepreneurs, maybe like yourself. If you're interested in learning more about our book club or want to sample it and come for a month or two, we would love to have you join us. You just simply reach out to Jackie or me via Messenger, or you can respond in the comment section below. We would love to have you there. So thank you so much for this conversation, Jackie. I think it's really enlightening, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week. So have a great week.
You too. And what's your next book?